Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, get out! How's everybody doing? It is I once again, Mr. Cinema Junkie, and we're going to kick this bad boy off with a little teeny weeny, little tiny itty bitty rant. It's not much of anything, but here we go. I received this movie as part of the videos that I ordered for my birthday. Gangs of New York. I really, really like this movie. Special features. There's a whole list of special features here. I was like, amen to that. I cracked this bad boy open. 2-disc set. 2 discs. That must mean that the movie's on one disc and all the special features are on the other. Or maybe there's special features on both discs. So I started watching the movie and was really getting into it like I usually do because, like I said, I really like this movie. And it goes on and it goes on. And then it cut off. I said, oh, don't tell me the disc doesn't play. Shit. Then this big flag comes up and this little notice. Disc 1 is ended. Please insert disc 2 to continue the movie. I couldn't believe it. I was like, how old is this DVD that they have the movie split in 2 parts? Because I know when I was shopping around and I saw this, I saw 2 different versions. One had 1 disc, so they were obviously able to fit the movie on 1 disc. I remember back when DVD first came out and I got the movie Goodfellas. That one you had to take out and flip it over to watch the rest of the movie. But this is when DVD technology was first coming out. You used to have to do the same thing with Laserdisc. Laserdisc was these huge discs. And you would think they could fit a whole movie on that, but they couldn't. And you had to flip it over to watch the rest of it. Okay, fine. We've already come to a point where they can compress these things onto 1 disc. Why on earth is the movie split on 2 discs? Had I known that, I would have ordered the single disc version. Read those little fine prints carefully. I don't even think that it said that on there. I don't think it said this movie is split onto 2 discs. It just said the rating, where it was made, and then it said 2 discs. Two discs. I didn't say dicks. I know it sounds like I did, but I didn't. No, it wasn't Freudian either if I did. So there, that's my little rant. Movie split onto 2 discs. And I was a little disappointed. Because when I sit down to watch a movie, I sit down to watch a movie. I don't want to have to get up to continue watching the movie. So that's it for that. Now, let's get on to some reviews, shall we? Yeah, I'm going to save that one for last. First off, a mild surprise. Because when I saw this, I was like, this sounds okay, but I wasn't really sold on the whole idea. But I have to tell you, this one had some really good twists and turns. It had some pretty decent storyline. I mean, very decent storyline, actually. The ending was, I shouldn't say predictable, because it wasn't until like close to the end that I figured out what was going on. But before that, like I said, a lot of plot twists, keeps you guessing most of the way. And the name of the movie is SHUTTLE. Basically, 2 girls are coming back from a trip to Mexico, and they're about to get on a shuttle to be taken into town, and another shuttle is across the street, and the guy says, ask him how much it'll take, it costs to take you in there. The guy tells him $30. He says, I'll do it for half price. Gets him in the shuttle, and 2 guys who were hitting on these girls earlier, they show up and say, hey, man, can I get in? So it's a 3-person limit. There was already a guy in there who looked like his nerves were frayed. So it's a 3-person limit, even though there's like enough seats for more people. But they insisted on going, so they wind up on the shuttle. And halfway through the ride, they start noticing that he's taking another route. He's not going into town. And they keep asking him, where are we going? So, the highway's closed down. And this is quicker. This is faster. The more they go into this urban area, the more they're starting to get suspicious. Till finally, he just pulls the shuttle over and he draws a gun on everybody. Starts telling them to give up their jewelry, their cash. So this looks like an old-fashioned setup to rob people. Well, this is early on in the film, so as the film progresses, you start realizing, wait a minute, this guy isn't just robbing them. There's something else going on, because he stops and has this girl buy supplies, and the supplies are weird, like flashlight, kitty litter, tape, just weird stuff. And excuse me, it had me kind of like, all right, what's going to happen next? And then boom, another twist in the plot, and then things are not what they seem. And I enjoyed the movie immensely. I really did. Thought it was pretty damn awesome, and I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. If you like those kinds of movies that just kind of keep you guessing along the way until damn near the end, give it a shot. Now, I had bought this movie well more than a year ago, and I just took the plastic off it yesterday. Remember, I said I was going to try and watch movies that I had in my collection that I've never seen. Right now, I'm trying to watch one that it's just not grabbing my attention. I don't even know if I'm going to finish this one. But this one I watched, and I had a lot of fun with this one. If I have seen this one before, I thought this was one that I had seen before, but none of it looked familiar to me. But if I had seen it before, I'm sorry that I forgot about it, because this movie was a blast. Good old-fashioned drive-in fun. Or grindhouse fun. I'm sure they would have shown this in one of the old theaters too. But this movie is well known by many of you in the horror community. I know it is. It's a little movie called SQUIRM. You gotta love the concept of killer worms. We've seen all sorts of killer insects, like the movie Bug, with the little prehistoric bug that sets shit on fire with its tail, or tarantulas, or spiders, scorpions, locusts, just different kinds of bugs. But worms, what happened? Well, a power line goes down during a storm, and the lines hit the ground. Now, in real life, you can use this electric rod that goes into the ground, and it sends out an electric current through the ground, which drives the worms to the top. People who work gathering worms and selling them to bait shops use this technique a lot of times, instead of waiting for a heavy rain that drives them to the surface so they don't drown. So what this did was throw like 20 or 30,000 volts into the ground. Now, not only did it bring them up to the surface, it made them carnivorous, and they were stripping people down to the bone. They were eating people, biting people, and getting, like, here you can see they're all crawling through the guy's face, and it was just a damn good time, man. It really was. It's just one of those movies, Friday night movies, That's basically what I call these types of movies. Drive-in type movies, the kind of stuff you would have seen in like a 70s drive-in. That's what this one was. And like I said, if I had seen it before, I'm almost sorry that I forgot about it. And if I haven't seen it before, I'm very sorry that I haven't seen it till now. This is one that I can definitely see myself watching again, because it was just that much fun. So if you haven't seen it, SQUIRM, and you like animal horror movies like Food of the Gods, or Night of the Lepus, or any of those kinds, Kingdom of the Spiders, Ants, for God's sake, Ants, Empire of the Ants, then SQUIRM just might be the ticket. I'm trying to bait you into seeing it. Get it? Bait you into seeing it. That was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. I apologize. And the final movie I finally got to watching is one that I had ordered a while back. It sounded like a horror movie. It sounded like it was going to be a horror movie, but it isn't. But it was a good movie. Skeletons. James Coburn, Christopher Plummer, Ron Silver. This is more of a crime drama. A Pulitzer Prize winning author from New York suffers a heart attack, and they decide to move out to the country for a year just to get away from everything. And they find this little community, and the community is so peaceful and so nice and quiet, and everybody gets along with them, and they're welcomed with open arms, and they just feel like that's the place to be. And James Coburn tells them that him and his wife had moved out there years ago, and they've never been happier. It's just an old-fashioned kind of town. This lady comes to Ron Silver and says, you're the big time author. I know all about you. And he's like, yes, I am. And she says, I need your help. My son has been accused of murder, but he's innocent. And he says, well, how do you know he's innocent? He said, he would have never murdered that man. And that's a basic answer for anybody to say. My son would never do that. So he asked him, how can you be so sure that he didn't do it? He says, because he had a feeling for this man, a way that this town couldn't accept. So basically saying that her son and this guy had a relationship going, they're both gay. So there was no way he was going to kill this guy because he loved him. And so he starts digging a little bit. He's like, yeah, I smell a story here, but let me go question the guy in jail. After talking to him for a little bit, he realizes that he's telling the truth. He knows he's telling the truth. But when he goes to check out their house, it's just smeared with all this graffiti and stuff, saying stuff like, faggots go home, and you'll burn in hell, and it takes on this really big religious zealot type of feel. And it right away at that point, it kind of put me in the mind of Red State. You have this pastor who leads a congregation, and they're just trying to maintain their way of life, and their way of life has no room for anybody outside of their religion, outside of their idea of what normal sexual orientation is. And later we find out anyone who isn't Caucasian. They find newspaper clippings of a black family that goes missing, Chinese railroad workers gone missing. And these are clippings from like the 1850s. So this has been going on for a while. The way they come about the information is pretty interesting. There are a couple of plot twists in there that were very decent. I personally really liked the movie. It's like I said, I went into it thinking it was a horror movie, and as a horror movie, it just fails miserably because there's no horror to it. But it's a different kind of horror when you think that there can be, and probably are, small town communities with that small town community thinking that will not accept people for who they are. They don't, unless you conform to their way of thinking, you do not fit in, and you will be treated as an outsider. As soon as he took the case, as soon as he started following the story, everything changed for his family. The women don't want to talk to his wife anymore. His kid is in school, and he gets the shit kicked out of him by a couple of illiterates because they wrote the word faggot on his back, but they spelled it F-A-G-I-T. I was like, okay, well, thank God for the school system. Uh, I absolutely like this. I love this movie. It was done very well, and James Coburn is he's kind of a badass to an extent. I liked him in the movie Payback with Mel Gibson when he talks about him shooting holes in his suits and killing his alligator bags. He's like, that's just mean, man. I don't know, something about him. He's just a cool dude. But yeah, like I said, before there was Red State, there was Skeletons. If you like Red State, this movie may be right up your alley. Give it a look. I ordered this off of Amazon. Surprise, surprise. It's a Region 2, so thankfully, region-free DVD player. They come in handy sometimes. So that's it for now, guys. Remember, SQUIRM, good old-fashioned drive-in goodness. Skeletons, loads of fun, loads of fun. SHUTTLE, good plot twists. Pretty decent thriller. Horror to an extent, but more of a thriller, more of a kind of keep them guessing kind of thing. I enjoyed this immensely. And before buying a 2-disc special edition, make sure one of the discs contains the whole movie, not split up into 2 discs. That sucks. Well, that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. I really, really appreciate you guys watching these, especially since my view numbers have been going down as of late, which is fine. I've noticed that a lot of people that I've been in this community with over the years have kind of become disenchanted with the whole YouTube thing, and they're considering like not being on it anymore. I haven't come to that point yet. I do enjoy doing this for the few that still watch. So for now, I'm going to keep doing this. I do like enjoying. Sure, why wouldn't you like enjoying? I do enjoy doing the reviews and sharing the packages with everybody, and I still find it to be fun, even though the community has changed a little bit. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. Just it's kind of switched gears. So hopefully we'll find our groove again. The community I'm talking about, the little group I'm talking about, we'll find our groove again one day and start presenting them the way we used to. But till then, I got a whole stack of movies that I have yet to watch, so I'm pretty well set in that. Stay tuned, because my next review is going to be a single movie. I have it waiting in the DVD player as we speak. That other movie, I can't watch it. It's called Dead Doll, and it's too loose. I don't like movies that are too loose. A lot of gratuitous tit shots. If I turn the volume down, maybe it'd be a decent movie. I don't know. But stay tuned, because my and then you see me have a stroke right now. My next review is going to be on the movie that's quite a few people have watched, Warm Bodies. I wasn't going to watch this one. I really wasn't. I had no intention of watching this one just because I thought they're taking the zombie genre and really wiping their ass with it with this one. But I thought, to be fair, I'll give it a shot, just like I did. If I can watch the Paranormal Activity movies just for the sake of reviewing them, then I can give this movie a shot. So that's what I'm going to do. Till then, guys, take care, and I will talk to you all real soon.